Every day, millions of people walk into supermarkets and spend between $15 and $80 on a cream that promises to turn back time. They've seen the advertisements. They've heard the celebrities. They've read the words clinically proven, dermatologist recommended, and visibly reduces wrinkles in just 4 weeks. But after months of examining ingredient labels, cross-referencing dermatology research, and reviewing what cosmetic scientists actually know about skin aging, a very different picture begins to emerge. Some products contain well-studied actives in concentrations that genuinely work. Others charge premium prices for ingredients present in amounts too small to matter. And a few rely almost entirely on packaging psychology and aspirational marketing. Today, we're investigating 7 supermarket anti-aging creams that deserve a much closer look and what the labels don't always make obvious. By the time we reach number 1, you'll understand why so many dermatologists say the ingredient list matters far more than anything written on the front of the box. The global anti-aging skincare market is worth over $60 billion annually and growing. That number exists for a reason. Aging is universal, and the fear of visible aging runs deep in modern consumer culture. Marketing teams understand this better than anyone. They know that hope sells. They know that a sleek jar, a gold lid, and a single before and after image can override rational decision-making at the point of purchase. They also know that most consumers never turn the product over to read the ingredient list, which is exactly where the real story lives. Now let's begin. 7. The natural moisturizer with the hidden fragrance load. It arrives in packaging that feels honest, minimal design, words like botanical, plant-based, clean, the kind of cream that makes you feel virtuous just holding it. The front label promises hydration, anti-aging, and skin renewal through nature's finest ingredients. And when you flip it over, the first few lines look reassuring: shea butter, aloe vera, vitamin E. But then, something unusual appears further down the ingredient list. Fragrance, or its regulatory synonym, parfum, a single word that can legally represent a blend of hundreds of undisclosed chemical compounds, including known skin sensitizers. Here's what dermatologists consistently emphasize. Fragrance is one of the most common causes of contact dermatitis and long-term skin barrier disruption. The American Academy of Dermatology lists it among the leading allergens in skincare products. And in anti-aging formulas, specifically where the goal is to calm, repair, and protect aging skin, fragrance adds irritation risk without adding any anti-aging benefit. The natural marketing makes this product feel safe. The fragrance load in the formula tells a more complicated story. Who benefits? Those with resilient, non-reactive skin who enjoy the sensory experience. Who should look elsewhere? Anyone with sensitive, reactive, or compromised skin, which, as it happens, describes most aging skin. 6. The collagen boosting cream that doesn't boost collagen. The word collagen on a skincare label is one of the most effective marketing tools in the industry. It signals youth, firmness, elasticity, everything aging skin begins to lose after the mid-20s. This product features collagen as a headline ingredient. The imagery shows lifted, plump skin. The promise: restore what time has taken. Here's what the science actually says. Collagen molecules are too large to penetrate the skin's outer layer, the stratum corneum. When applied topically, they sit on the surface, providing temporary surface hydration. They do not integrate with the skin's dermal collagen network. A 2019 review in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology confirmed that topically applied collagen functions primarily as a humectant and film-forming agent, not a structural rebuilder. This isn't fraud. Surface hydration does temporarily reduce the appearance of fine lines, but the marketing suggests something structurally transformative that the ingredient, at this molecular size, cannot deliver. The products that genuinely stimulate collagen production, retinoids, vitamin C, peptides, work differently and at different depths. 5. The peptide cream with a very small secret. Peptides are legitimate. The research is real. Short-chain amino acid sequences like matrixyl palmitoyl pentapeptide 4 have been shown in multiple studies to signal fibroblasts, the cells responsible for producing collagen, to increase production. This is evidence-based skincare. So when a supermarket cream lists peptides on its front label and prices itself accordingly, it seems like a reasonable investment. But here's what cosmetic chemists call the concentration question. In the European Union and the United States, ingredients must be listed in descending order of concentration from highest to lowest. When a key active appears near the very bottom of a long ingredient list, after the preservatives, after the thickeners, after the pH adjusters, it is present in trace amounts. Trace amounts of a well-studied peptide may offer minimal benefit. The studies showing peptide efficacy typically use concentrations of 3–5%. Many supermarket formulas include peptides at concentrations closer to 0.1%, enough to list on the label, not necessarily enough to deliver measurable results. This is legal. It is also arguably misleading. 4. The SPF moisturizer that forgets to mention the most important thing. Of all the anti-aging interventions supported by dermatological research, broad-spectrum sunscreen is the most consistently proven. UV radiation is responsible for up to 80% of visible facial aging sunspots, wrinkles, loss of elasticity. A moisturizer with SPF should be a sensible, science-backed choice. But SPF 15 tells only part of the story. SPF 15 blocks approximately 93% of UVB rays. SPF 30 blocks 97%. SPF 50 blocks 98%. The difference sounds small. Over years of daily exposure, it is not. The American Academy of Dermatology recommends a minimum of SPF 30 for daily facial use. And critically, most users apply moisturizer at approximately 1/4 of the amount required to achieve the labeled SPF protection. This product's anti-aging promise is genuine in principle. In practice, the SPF level and typical application habits mean that UV protection, the single most evidence-supported anti-aging strategy, may be significantly under-delivered. 3. The vitamin C serum with a stability problem. Vitamin C, specifically L-ascorbic acid, has genuine anti-aging credentials. It inhibits melanin production, acts as an antioxidant against UV-induced free radical damage, and has been shown in peer-reviewed research to stimulate collagen synthesis. A well-formulated vitamin C product is one of the few supermarket skincare investments dermatologists often endorse. Well-formulated is the key phrase. L-ascorbic acid is notoriously unstable. It oxidizes rapidly when exposed to light, air, and fluctuating temperatures, all conditions present in a typical supermarket environment and an average bathroom. Oxidized vitamin C not only loses its efficacy, some research suggests it may contribute to free radical activity rather than neutralizing it. Effective vitamin C formulas require an airless pump or UV protective packaging, concentrations between 10 to 20%, and a pH below 3.5 for optimal absorption. Many supermarket formulas compromise on packaging, concentration, or both. Check the jar, check the packaging. If vitamin C is in a clear, wide-mouthed container sitting under fluorescent lights, the active ingredient may already be working against you. Number 2 raises questions about a different kind of ingredient entirely. 2. The retinol cream that may not mean what you think. Retinol is the gold standard of supermarket anti-aging ingredients. Derived from vitamin A, it is one of the most comprehensively researched topical actives in dermatology. Decades of peer-reviewed studies confirm it increases skin cell turnover, stimulates collagen production, and measurably reduces the appearance of fine lines at effective concentrations. The critical phrase, at effective concentrations. Here's what most consumers don't know. Retinol, retinol palmitate, retinol acetate, and retinaldehyde are all vitamin A derivatives, but they are not equivalent. Retinol palmitate, the mildest and most common form found in supermarket products, requires multiple conversion steps before the skin can use it. Each conversion step reduces potency. By the time it becomes active retinoic acid in skin tissue, the effect may be minimal. Furthermore, retinol degrades rapidly in light and air. Effective formulas require opaque, airtight packaging and concentrations of at least 0.251% to show measurable efficacy in clinical studies. Many supermarket retinol creams use retinol palmitate at undisclosed low concentrations in standard jar packaging, positioned as though they deliver results equivalent to pharmaceutical-grade retinoids. They do not. 1. The best-selling supermarket anti-aging cream and the gap between its reputation and its formula. This is the cream many consumers trust most. It has the heritage. It has the shelf presence. It has the advertising budget, the dermatologist endorsements, and a price point that signals quality without feeling out of reach. It is also a case study in the difference between marketing momentum and formula sophistication. The active ingredients are real. The concentrations, however, are not disclosed because they rarely have to be. The majority of the formula consists of water, emollients, and thickeners. The actives, the ingredients consumers are actually paying for, appear further down the list than the packaging implies. Independent cosmetic chemistry analyses have repeatedly found that several store brand or own label alternatives carry the same key actives at comparable or higher concentrations for a fraction of the price. This does not make the product harmful, it makes it expensive for what it delivers. The price, the heritage, and the marketing have done something the formula alone cannot fully justify. They have built absolute consumer trust. Here are the lessons that hold across every product in this investigation. Marketing is not evidence. A claim on the front of a box reflects what a company wants you to believe, not what independent research has established. Evidence lives in peer-reviewed journals, dermatologist guidance, and cosmetic chemistry analysis. The ingredient list is the product. Everything else, the packaging, the celebrity, the before and after, is the sales pitch. Learn to read from the back of the box. Price does not guarantee effectiveness. Some of the most evidence-supported supermarket actives, niacinamide, retinol, azelaic acid, are available in effective concentrations at modest price points. And concentration matters as much as presence. An ingredient listed on a label that is present in amounts too small to function is, for practical purposes, not there. The most effective anti-aging strategy available at your supermarket may not be the most expensive cream on the shelf. It may be a broad-spectrum SPF 30 moisturizer used every morning, consistently, for years. If this investigation helped you look at skincare products differently, consider subscribing for more evidence-based consumer investigations. And before your next supermarket trip, flip the product over and read the ingredient list. It almost always tells a more honest story than the front of the box.